Good morning. It's another early start today. It's 6:30 because I'm behind again. There are a number of factors and reasons as to why I'm doing an early morning today. The main one really is Passepartout. The stream took way longer than I expected, and then the edit took way longer than I expected. So that's my fault for underestimating, but at the same time I was estimating based on all of the other Passepartout videos I've ever made. So anyways, you do what you can, but today I'm editing the Ubisoft and Nintendo sponsored video with Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Yay! And I'm starting early because I'm behind, and also I suspect this is gonna be a big one to edit. 4 camera angles, loads of sound sources, and yeah, you get the point. So let's get to work. For those of you interested, this is how I set up an edit for a multiple camera video. Usually I have less than 4 cameras, so it's even more clumsy than this, so I've set it up pretty meticulously. So I've quads in 4K that I can essentially all see at once as I edit them all. So basically I pick my sound clip, so I've checked all of them and I pick the best one that I want to use as a foundation, and I only keep that one, and I sync all of the clips to that one clip, and that's the reason that I always do these sync claps so that I can match them all together. And then basically each of these camera angles is a layer and a sequence. And the sequence sort of works the same way that you'd expect a symbol in Flash or Animate to work, or a smart object in Photoshop. Basically, you can go inside any of these and it's all of the raw video in here. So then in a main sequence where I have all of these 4 sequences of the camera angles, I edit and cut everything here, but the raw footage is unchanged. So that when I've finished using the quads setup, I can go in, say, to the GoPro filming camera section and resize everything so that instead it takes up the full frame, and then after my edit it will cut between the cameras exactly as I wanted it to, because I'll essentially position them all exactly as I want them to. The cool thing about working with sequences like that is that adding lighting effects or sharpening things or tweaking color just minutely on individual camera angles or camera shots is super easy. You just go into the raw sequence of that camera, say my GH5, I just go into that sequence, add a lighting effect, and then it's applied to the whole thing even though I've edited it. And the reason I set it up like this is so that I can edit everything first and then do lighting effects and sharpening and compression and all that stuff at the very end, because that stuff really bogs down an edit. It really slows things down because it gets the computer to do a lot more processing. So to have 4 camera shots all with different like lighting effects and stuff, it's gonna kill your computer. But to just do the edit on those 4 shots and then add it at the end, and then you're laughing. Just editing these clips of me hanging upside down is making me feel slightly nauseous and giving me a headache. That's just looking at and being reminded of that feeling. This was a stupid idea. And there you go, sometime later, it's just after midday, and this is what the oh, my lunch is ready. Thanks for letting me know, microwave. Anyway, the edit is done, or the rough cut is done. The edit's not done yet. So now that the rough cut's done, I just go through and add music and then bring these camera angles to the forefront. Rather than deleting everything that isn't the shot that I've used, which I used to do, now I just drag them to a topmost layer, and then when I bring the individual sequences up to full size, then it takes up the whole frame. So that, yeah, if I ever need to swap any camera angles, they're still there to go back to, which is useful. It's nearing the end of the day. I wanted to show you like the end of my editing process, but the rain is so loud outside, I don't know if you'll hear it, but I'll try. So you remember at the start of the vlog I showed you the quads? Well, they're all still there in these 4 layers, but I've clicked and dragged the camera angles I wanted to use up to this layer. So this layer here is my actual footage layer, and then there's a few overlay layers on top. Otherwise, this is the main sequence, and so when this is done, I take it out into a new sequence. So all of those layers I showed you are inside this single thing here. And again, the same sort of thing is that it's much easier to make adjustments and changes. So the whole thing has an audio multi-band compressor, which really brings up the tones. EQs, when I use my lapel mics, tend to go a bit funky. They're usually a bit muddy, so I try and brighten it up a bit. And then I also have music going through the whole thing. I don't want to bore you guys with this stuff, but this is what I'm doing all day. It's like just been one solid day of a very intense 4-camera edit. So I just thought I'd show you a bit of behind the scenes. The music is like hugely pivotal to like telling a story and setting a mood and adding punctuation to jokes. Man, you listen to that. It is raining so heavy outside. I want to show you some sound, but I sort of can't because it's like so loud. I'll just give you a rough example of one thing, is to add comedic punch to cuts. I like to just stop music dead on the beat of a track. So for example, this bit,
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to try and mix this.
So I find like stopping the music on the beat, and you'll notice I actually cut the very end of the song and put it on the beat so it didn't sound like it stopped dead, it sort of ended naturally. Sort of helps add a comedic highlight. And that is basically my editing process. And I guess that's today's vlog. Aside from that stuff I showed you in those steps and layers, I just throw in my intro, my outro. There's usually some overlay like footage of the game in this case because it's a sponsored video, and then in my end card I also do my custom end card. But yeah, that's the video. Oh, it stopped raining. Good love Victorian weather in Australia. It'll probably be like beautiful and sunny in about 3 minutes. What was the sound? You want to show me? What happened? The eyes fell from the sky?
Come and have a look.
Okay.
Hurry, hurry.
Oh, the ice fell down? Wow, that's why it was so loud. Did the ice fall from the sky? Look. Wow. The ice. Is it cold? Cold. And this video's custom end card is Mario Jazza. Oh, I love these things. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up with the question of the day. Began says, what's the boom arm you use for your webcam? This thing. This is a boom arm. It's actually a Rode, I forget the name of it, boom arm for microphones. I have the same one here. I'm sort of addicted to boom arms. My vlog camera is on a boom arm at the moment. It's just way too convenient to be able to just move things around, put them out of the way, bring them in when you need them. For the vlog, I can position it over here if I'm like doing a call and want to show something in the screen and all that stuff, and I don't have to hold it the whole time. As for the camera, this is just a normal boom arm, but I have a fitting here which just has an extension where I can loosen this and position the webcam and then tighten it, and it will stay in place. And that's really useful, especially when streaming, so I can get cool different camera angles and get my webcam exactly where I need to get it. Go boom arms. Look how easy that was. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm done with that video. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I'm going to send it to the sponsors so they can check it out and approve it, and you'll probably see it in a couple of weeks. Otherwise, that's me for today. I'm not working tomorrow. We have a bunch of appointments, so I won't be vlogging either, but I will be working on Saturday to swap over for looting tomorrow. So I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.